Hello and welcome to another 10-minute session using my best friend, the ruler. We're going to do some myofascial work, 10 exercises in 10 minutes. And if you don't know what myofascial work is, it's just another way to stimulate and work your muscles, kind of like self-massage. I really love it for cross-training, doing something different with your body, and creating some new energy and new sensations. So let's get started. You're going to place the ruler just lengthwise on your mat and sit right down to the very end, tip of the tailbone to the very end of the ruler. And let's rest the head just at the top of the ruler. You might need to adjust once you're there. Breathe in. Breathe out. Our first move is going to be arm circles. So we're going to take those arms overhead, reach them up to the ceiling, down by the hips, and continue that motion. You'll feel some crackliness, some crunchiness, whatever you want to call it, right between those shoulder blades. So the ruler is gently pressing the surface of the ruler along the spine and the muscles around the spine. And we're moving the arms to stimulate some new blood flow into this upper back area. Let's go one more time. Inhale and exhale, and then reverse the direction of those arms. So I especially love to incorporate this move if I'm doing any upper body work, doing any weight training, lifting weights, or I've been hunched over a computer all day. This is really nice to correct our posture, get back into a neutral spine, and start to create some circulation for this upper body. Let's go one more time. Big inhale and exhale. And then just keep the arms hovering above the ground. We'll do one more move here, and this is called angel arms. So arms are as close to the ground as you can, especially as you reach overhead. Let's try to build up that mobility and range of motion. A lot of us with tight shoulders will have the elbows bent as the arms reach overhead, or they'll shrug the shoulders, but let's keep the shoulders in place and just find the flow of those arms. Inhale, reaching overhead. And exhale, bring it back down. And if you can, bring the feet and the legs a little closer together. Challenge your balance. And let's go two more. Inhale and exhale. One more time. And whatever direction you'd like to dismount from your ruler, come on to your back. And we're going to bring the ruler just underneath the head, just like a pillow. Let's start to stimulate the back of the skull and the neck just by taking the head side to side, looking one direction, then the other. Breathing in, keep the breath flowing. I like knees bent and feet down, but you can always straighten the legs if it feels okay on your low back. Let's take the chin a little higher and continue this movement. This is really great for warding off any headaches, de-stressing in our headspace. If you're an overthinker, stop, drop, and do this exercise immediately. Move number 4 to our shoulder blades. Hands support the back of the head. Let's lift the hips up, and like a rolling pin, let's roll across the upper back, kind of the bra strap area, a little higher through the shoulder blades. And you'll feel some work perhaps in the back of the legs, the hamstrings, as you move the ruler forward and back. I've got the chin a little low. And let's go 4 and 3 and 2. One last time. Whew, okay, drop the hips. Let's come up into move number 5 and the calf muscles. So much tightness and tension in the calves. So I'm just placing the calves right on top of the roller. Hands support me just at the back here, and lift the hips up. So right away, work in the shoulders and arms. And now I'm going to, like that rolling pin action we did in the upper back, the same thing with the calves. It's just a few inches forward and back. Inhale and exhale. And I'm going to go 8 to 10 times, rolling forward and back, not too much. Breathing in, breathing out. You might feel some new sensations you've never felt before. And this kind of myofascial work can actually be quite intense. So if you are finding it intense, and just take it easy, drink lots of water, bring it up a little higher to those hamstrings now. And similar situation with the arms and hands. Let's come up and just roll across those hamstrings. So right to the glutes and towards the knees. Let's not go directly to the back of the knees. Let's avoid that area because knees are sensitive and delicate, but just the muscles in between, back of the legs. And let's have a seat right up on top of this roller. Let's talk about glutes. Hands are behind us, and we're going to drop the knees to the side and just roll through that singular glute cheek, if you will. Glutes have lots of tension. They're often the culprit for low back issues. So let's give them a little bit of attention and a whole lot of breath work. Let's breathe in and breathe out. Now the leg that is farthest away on the outside, I will say, just cross it over. Now the slower you go, the more you may feel. So try not to be super speedy with this work. Let's go one more time here. And release that top foot. Let's send the knees over to the other side and continue that rolling on the glute, outer hip, abductors. I always get my adductors and my abductors confused, which is why I like to say outer hip, inner thigh. And if you want to take that outer foot and just cross it over for 3 and 2. Let's flip it over now and find those quadriceps, the front of the legs. We did the hamstrings. Let's do the quads. And coming down onto the elbows like an elbow plank position, you'll do a little bit of shoulder work here, and your core is going to work so you're not arching your back. Core will maintain neutral spine, and we'll roll across the front of the legs, avoiding the hip bone and the kneecaps, but continuing the breath work. So let's inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale. Part 2 of this move is adding an external rotation. Widen your legs and open up the toes to access some of this inner thigh area. Adductors. And continue the rolling. Maybe slow it down for these last 3. Last 2. So I'm going to press the hands down just to push myself up to a hands and knees position here. The roller is just below the kneecap, and I'm going to pull my tummy in just to move the roller underneath me. So I'm just rolling across those shins. So this can sometimes release tension around the knees. Exhale to move the roller underneath you and really push those palms down into the ground. Little chin nod. Let's keep the neck in alignment, and let's go 3 and 2 and 1. And resting the knees down, let's just finish off in that child's pose. Press the roller forward and just let the forearms come on top. Rest the forehead down. I have arms wider and I'm just rotating in and out, rotating palms inwards and outwards. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more breath in. And exhale all the air out. And rolling all the way up. And you completed your 10 minutes of myofascial work for today. Bye.